welcome to Wagon Wheel Homestead. Today I'm going to do something unusual. I'm going to try it. I'm not even going to say if it's going to work, but anyway, we're going to give it a go. I found that when I went onto YouTube looking for soap recipes and how to make soap and watched all the videos, I found that everyone's making these big batches of soap. And for a beginner, I don't want to waste that much soap if it's a flop. So I wanted to just look for a recipe for about 4 bars of soap. And I was unable to find a small enough recipe just for 4 bars. Because first of all, there's only 2 of us in this house. And because I'm doing this, I want to do it for 2 of us. So I would just need 4 bars. And secondly also, because I can make 4 bars beautiful and then I can make another 4 and make them different. Instead of making these big logs of soap and have them beautiful, but it's going to take me a whole year to work my way through those big soaps. So I can't really experiment and play around with the soap until that massive batch is finished. So I'm gonna, now that I've worked out how the lie calculator works, now I want to make a recipe that's just gonna fit into my little mold that's got 4 cavities for 4 soaps. And I want to experiment and play with that today, and you're gonna join me. And I'm going to try and make a coconut one again, because I love the white of the coconut. And I'm going to try and make my yellow much stronger, because I want a really bright yellow. So let's hope it works out that way. So I want to make yellow, but I want to make swirls. I'm also going to be a first timer at swirls, because I haven't done swirls yet. And I'm going to give it a beautiful lemon verbena flavoring. Now, you'll need all your normal stuff, your pot, your distilled water, your jug, your caustic soda, your gloves, your blender, your scale, the 9 yards. But I'm not going to take you through that process, because I also found I found it very irritating that when I started looking for soap, yes, it's good to find a soap recipe that tells you exactly what to do from scratch, but when you know all the stuff that you need, and every video goes through exactly what you need, and then they tell you the exact dangers of caustic soda and how to mix it and all that, it becomes annoying, and you fast forward through that part of people's videos. So I'm not going to drag you through all that process again. All I'm going to say is, if you don't know all the ingredients you need, or all the tools you need, or you don't know how to make the lye, just have a look at my previous video on coconut oil. I've done the whole lengthy process there, but I'm not going to take you through all that again today. So all I'm going to go and do now is I'm going to go and weigh out all my ingredients, and again, as my previous video, I'm also going to put the recipe on here for you. At the end of the video, I'll put the recipe down for you to make a little 4 bar soap, coconut soap. So I'm going to go and weigh this out. I'm going to go and prepare my lye, and then I'll be back just to go straight into the process of soap making, because I know that can be very annoying to go through all the drama through every video you watch. So stay tuned, I'll be back. Okay guys, I'm back. I've measured out everything. I'm ready to put my lye in. I've made it. It's cooled down. So I'm ready to put this in. Now I'm going to stick blend this for a little bit. when it's starting to trace. Okay, I don't know if you can see it, but it's starting to trace. So tracing, for those of you that are new, is when you move your blender stick or anything and it looks like it's leaving its footprints, kind of thing. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to add my oil, and then I'll just very quickly stir that in, because once you put in your oil, then it seems to trace and get very thick very fast. Okay, so I'm going to put in my oils. I've already measured it down. And I'm just going to do a quick squirt to mix it in, because it really gets very, it traces and gets very stiff very quickly once. Well, that's what I found in anyway with this. So what I'm going to do now, I'm going to pour half of this out, because I want to make the soap white and yellow. Okay, so that's going to be my yellow. I'm going to put some yellow in here, and hopefully I can get it a nice bright color. Before I mix it up, I just want to, I think that's fine, I'm not going to bother there. Okay. I think that's a beautiful yellow color. Mustard, but hopefully that will settle. That's perfect. I just want to rinse this. Okay, so let's just put this into our mold. Oh dear, what a beautiful yellow counter. Okay, so I want the white at the bottom. I hope you can see here. Only half of it in white. And the other half, or well, the top half in. Oh my goodness, this has gone very hard very quickly. So we'll just have to put this on the hard way. Whoops, and now it's popping out the side here. I think I've blended it just that little bit too much. So it's gone too hard now. Well, it might still make for a nice bar. We'll sort out this top in a minute. This is looking terrible. You see, I blended it a little bit too much in that jar, which has caused it to thicken up very quickly, too quickly in fact. I will tidy this up for you, and then I will be back. Okay guys, I've tidied it up a little bit. Now I'm going to just tell you what I've done in here. After I've put the yellow on, I took a toothpick and I just swirled through it like that, and I just smoothed it over again. So whether it's going to give me the swirl effect that I wanted, I don't know. The yellow became too hard too quick. So I'll go and put this away for 5 or 6 hours, and then we'll see what they look like, if they were a disaster or not. The recipe made for a little bit more than these 4 soaps, so I'll have to recalculate it because it's a round recipe and I don't know how to calculate a round shape yet. So I took a stab in the dark. I'm not too far off. Anyway, so I'll put this away for 5 or 6 hours. You can put it in the freezer and then it should just pop out much easier. So I'm going to put this away for a couple of hours, 4 or 5 hours, and then I'm going to maybe also pop it in the freezer for another 2 hours or so and see if they pop out quickly. I'll be back with the results. Okay guys, I've actually had this in the freezer for about 4 hours. So let's see how it comes out. I'm struggling with one hand because I actually had I don't have my camera set up properly. Oh, look how nice that came out. It just falls out. Come on. Okay, let me just press all these out and I'll be back. Look how beautiful they've come out. Not quite swirly like I intended for them to be, but nonetheless, that's now because I actually stirred or beat the yellow too much. So it's actually just gone hard too quickly. Next time I won't beat it that much. I'll leave it at the time I pour it or split my 2 colors. I won't beat it as much as I did. That's how you learn. So if you're following my recipe, just when you split your colors, just gently stir your color into your the jar that you want to color. Just gently stir it in, make sure it's blended nicely, but don't beat it with a stick blender, or if you do, just really 5 seconds. And but I'll be back, because while I had a break I discovered that I actually used my wrong recipe. So that's why there was some left. I read the wrong recipe when I measured out my ingredients. So I'm not going to put the recipe at the end of this video because it's the wrong one. I'm going to make this batch again and trying to swirl it properly this time, not overbeat it and everything. And then I'll put the correct 4-bar soap recipe at the end of that video. Just have a look. I'll probably call it something like coconut 4-bar coconut oil swirl or something like that, or coconut soap swirl or whatever, and I'll have the recipe for the 4 at the back of that. Now please, you see that button there, that little wagon wheel on your screen? Yes, there. That one there, you see it? Hover over that and please subscribe. Thank you for watching Wagon Wheel Homestead, and I will be back with another tutorial on this coconut one. Have a lovely day. Bye.